What up? It's the Blog Mama coming to y'all like I know how, man. Listen up. Today we're gonna do the AFC playoff predictions, where I got my seedings, the teams and their records. You know, if you seen my video last time, it was the NFC. You know, next week what I'll do is, you know, do my playoff seedings and where the outcome would be, and then I'll determine the Super Bowl champion. But let's talk about the AFC. First two teams that are going to get a bye, I think, will be the Patriots. I don't think that's a no-brainer, and I also think the Ravens. The Patriots record is going to be, I think it will be 14-2. The Ravens 12-4. The Patriots, I don't know who they would lose to. I can suggest maybe the Jets. The Jets can beat them, and maybe just any given Sunday. But you know, they have Tom Brady. He's phenomenal. Wes Welker, Danny Woodhead, Ocho Cinco. It's too much. Aaron Hernandez. It's just too much. They have too great of a team for them to lose more than, you know, really 2 games. And the Ravens, I just think the same thing goes for them on the defensive end. I think they have Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs, Ray Lewis, you know, Nada. They just have too much for them to lose, you know, more than 4 games. So I think those would be the first 2 teams with the bye. All right, 3 through 6. Some of these may come shocking to you because, you know, I actually have 2 teams in here that weren't in the playoffs last year, and I think that will make it this year. That's with my number 3 seed, which will be the San Diego Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to be 11-5 this year. And I think, you know, they can even be better than that because their schedule is weak. Like, I shouldn't say weak, but it's not like a schedule where it's like, oh man, they're going to struggle. They got to fight for games. I think just because they're the better team in a lot of their games, they'll get up to 11 wins. I can even see them winning 12. You know, I can really see that only because their schedule, not necessarily, and they're the flat out better team. All right. I'm gonna leave my 4th seed to the end because that's the division winner out of the Jags, Titans, Colts, and the Texans, and I'll go over that last. My 5th seed, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers going 11-5. I can honestly say, like, you know, I can see that team going back to the Super Bowl again because, you know, Big Ben, you know, matured where he's got his head on straight. He's married now. Now he can just focus on football. 11-5 for the Steelers. And that's honestly where they like to be because then they make, you know, real good playoff runs when they're a lower seed. And the 6th seed, I got the Jets, and I got them going at 10-6. I think that's, you know, pretty good for the Jets there. That may be what they need. I don't think, as much as I'm a Mark Sanchez fan, I don't think that they're as good as, you know, what the NFL is making. I don't see the Jets necessarily as a top 5 team in the NFL. I may be crazy for saying that, but I don't think the Jets are a top 5 team. You know, that's just me. And so, but I think they'll get in the playoffs, you know, 10-6. I don't think they'll beat the Patriots this year. Maybe they can, maybe, you know, but I don't think, you know, they'll beat the Patriots. But they got, you know, Cromartie back there, and also Plax. I love the addition of Plax there to help out Mark Sanchez. So, you know, 10-6, which is, you know, good. That's a good enough record to get in the playoffs there. My 4th seed, I saved it for last because I think, you know, something is going to happen here. First of all, let me say this. Peyton Manning is hurt. He has a neck injury twice in the last 15 months. That's crazy. So I think, you know, the Texans are up and coming team. I think the Titans possibly could be because of, you know, as long as they get Chris Johnson his money, you know, get him on the field, they obviously need that guy. And I think the Jags, you know, they'll be fairly decent as well. I think, you know, by default, this is probably going to be one of the toughest divisions in the NFL because I don't see the Colts as an elite team in this division anymore, only because of Peyton Manning's injury. If he doesn't play week 1, I'm giving that win to the Texans automatically. Even if he does play week 1, it's not a shoo-in anymore to beat the Texans, only because, you know, I feel like it's going to take a good month for Peyton to get back into football mode. No lockout. He didn't perform or practice anything in the lockout, and now he's injured. So I think it's going to take him a good month before we see the Peyton Manning of old to start to come to the top. I think, with that being said, I think two teams are going to have the same record in here, and they will be at the top, and that's going to be between the Colts and the Texans. And I'm giving the edge to the Texans, and I think it's going to be because of that Week 1 matchup. If Peyton Manning doesn't play in that Week 1 matchup and the Texans win, I'm putting the Texans in the playoffs. So that's what I'm doing. I'm giving the edge to the Texans all because of Week 1. How they start off in Week 1 is going to, between the Texans and the Colts, that's going to make or break, to me, their playoff, hopes there. If they can beat the Texans, if they can beat the Colts, in Week 1, more than likely they'll go to the playoffs. Marty here, I said it, the Blog Mama. But let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment or something. Follow me on Twitter at Blog Mama, and always remember the GGT. Give God thanks. 1.